Well, the Learning Project is 3 buildings on our 3 metropolitan campuses that were giving a really visible expression to what contemporary learning looks like. It's a very big cultural change piece that's going on here.
I think all schools are grappling with the issue of what is the next step of learning looking like. The idea of having a space where you can actually experiment with that and develop what that looks like in your own school is really critical.
The Learning Project had a very intentional name that was given by the principal of the school, Learning, and it was about us learning as part of the design journey and the school learning as part of their change in teaching and learning practices.
It was very much involvement from grassroots teachers and a push up rather than the other way around.
It's really about making nothing discernible as a classroom, nothing is owned and territorial as a classroom, and breaking it into a series of interconnected space.
Every space had a purpose and an intention behind it that we could then actually talk about with staff and students, and then we could test it in real time.
When we walk in here, you just can't deliver traditional teaching and learning the same way that's been done for a century. You just can't. It's not physically possible.
It's just a great learning environment where there's lots of flexible learning spaces where we can all learn in different ways and we can teach in different ways.
The more you can empower teachers with choice, the better they'll perform. Building facilitates that.
It's great. I just feel so happy in here because of all the bright colours and all the comfortable areas.
So the students have this ownership of the space, which happens quite quickly. You see them going off and trying new things. They definitely take more risks with where they choose to learn, who they choose to learn with. I also definitely see their independence rise. They have a lot more agency through their learnings.
I think one of the key learnings of the Learning Project is that it is providing a very cost-effective way for future development.
It's scalable to any school community, and it's actually making a real positive step forward in trying to understand an environment which is contemporary learning that we're all still learning about.
10 classroom spaces were dropped in on a Sunday. No disruption. And then the outfitting in about 5 weeks. And the other advantage, if people in the future don't want this, gut it, refashion it. So we've tried to future-proof it as well, which schools haven't traditionally been very good at.
This is providing a process for us to experiment, to try, to fail, to succeed, and to inform the future.
This is not a building locked in time, but part of a larger, organic, living process that's driving change continually into the future.
We don't know of any other school across Australia or across the world to some extent that has really gone down this rigorous process of intentional change, of trialling and testing, and to putting themselves to the sword in effect with rigorous academic research.
I love the place and I never want to leave it, yeah.
If we can have our students leave this environment with a confidence to actually own their own learning, that's when we're a great school.